together to talk about the future of skills and talents in the AI era. So I'm just trying to test this perfect. So just going back. Yeah. So I work with large enterprises, government, and academic customers in Dubai, but on a regional role. I'm also a regional AI champion. And my core role is to help organizations hire, retain, and grow talent. So today I'm going to share with you some of the global trends we have seen as AI is disrupting the labor markets, is reshaping the way we see the jobs today, and the skills required to succeed in the AI era. We're going to also talk about some of the agentic HR innovations that has been released recently by LinkedIn. So, before we dive in, I have a question for all of you. Imagine we are already in 2030. By how much do you think the skill set required to perform our jobs, your jobs, today will change? Can someone guess? If you think it's higher than 20%, please raise your hand. If you think it's higher than 40%, raise your hand. Oh, I have a lot of enthusiasts in the room. If you think it's higher than 60%, raise your hand. Oh, I think we are all aligned because it's going to be 70%. So even if you don't change, your job will change on you. The agents that we are seeing today, all the agents that we are using, whether it's Copilot, Gemini, and all the existing solutions, are automating a lot of tasks, are removing a lot of the repetitive work, and making us refocus on different skills. Now, as LinkedIn, we launch every year the economic graph, which is a digital representation of the global workforce. Our mission at LinkedIn is to empower every individual to find his next play and connect him or her to an economic opportunity. So we have more than 1.2 billion members on the platform who are working for 69 million companies and who have mentioned more than 40,000 skills. And they have all graduated from more than 136,000 schools globally. Now, all this workforce has been going through a lot of changes in the past 2 years, as we are talking about AI. So let me take you about some of the trends we have seen. So first, AI has impacted both the demand and the supply. So when we look at the demand, companies have increased the number of jobs mentioned in AI on the platform. It has increased by a factor of 21. But then on the supply side, as professionals, we see a lot of excitement globally. People want to develop these skills. They know that it's not a nice to have, but it's a necessity today to develop AI skills. And the number of people who have mentioned AI skills on their profile has increased by a factor of 140. So that tells you how much excitement is happening globally. And I think every company now is seeing that. More than 70% of the employees are already using AI to improve the way they work and the way they deliver results. Now, let's focus a little bit on Europe. We have launched recently the LinkedIn AI Index for talent, and that specifically looks at the concentration of AI talents globally. And today I'm excited to say that Europe is present in the top 20 countries. So we have more than 10 countries in the top 20 globally who have a high concentration of the AI talent. Now let me walk you through what we mean by the AI talent index. So first we look at the the proportion of professionals who have added at least 2 AI skills on their profile. And we divide that by the working population. And of course, we adjust it by the proportion of the population that has a LinkedIn profile. So there's a lot of adjustments there to make sure we are capturing the right index. Now, I want to walk you through, let's start diving into the skills part. So when we talk about AI skills, we have two main categories. We do have first AI engineering skills, and these are the very technical skills. We're thinking about all the professionals who are building, running, maintaining the AI systems, and that includes deep learning, generative AI, natural language processing, machine learning. And then we have the AI literacy. And the AI literacy is the competency that helps you use AI agents, and that helps you use AI at work or on a personal level. And that includes using solutions like Copilot, Gemini, and other agents in the market. Now, we also released recently some of the trends when it comes to both categories of the skills. First of all, companies are actively looking for AI engineers, AI consultants, those professionals who know how to build AI systems, and the hiring rates have increased by over 25% year over year. Now, on the AI literacy parts, which I think can relate to all of us, so knowing how to use an agent has been the fastest growing skill in 2025. So I'm glad that we are all here in this room, learning about all the agentic solutions that has been launched by all the global players, because that's a key skill to develop today. Now, as we're thinking about how organizations are thinking about reskilling, upskilling their employees, we have developed at LinkedIn what we call the AI Upskilling Framework. But I want you to think about it as a way for you to assess where you stand on the AI skill map globally, or where do you want to be, where do you envision yourself. So the good news is we will not be all at the top of the pyramid. The very technical, specialized folks who will be building the AI systems. But as you can see, it's a pyramid. So at the bottom, there is a foundational layer where we will all have to develop what we call AI literacy, which is understanding all the generative AI solutions, understanding what we mean by responsible AI, what are the right ways, of course, to implement this system across the organizations, and then we will move slowly to applying. And that's where you will be using a lot of Copilot and all the chatbots that can help you, of course, improve sales, HR functions, or any other business function in the organization. And then some of us will be building AI agents. I myself build a lot of agents that helps me smoothen and streamline my sales processes, but also help me improve my productivity. So for that, you need to understand databases, how can you connect the agent to specific sources, and I think we have seen an example this morning of how you can build an agent without having a deeply specialized skill. Now, as we go to the top, that's where we will see the very specialized skills. And that will be the people who will be train the models, build the AI system, run them, and maintain them. So, see where you want to be. Get ready for the future, because that's how you're going to build the AI-ready workforce. And coming here, I thought to bring you gifts. A gift to the AI Expo, which is more than 30 courses from LinkedIn to help you start the journey today. If you have started a long time ago, it's for you, again, because you can go and learn about prompt engineering, learn how to code actually in the AI space, and of course you can also learn about the foundational skills of AI. So these courses are unlocks until the 22nd of November. So not saying that you should start today, but almost. Now, let's talk about the jobs of the future. As we are upskilling ourselves, and as we are getting ready for this new AI era, maybe some of you are thinking that AI will replace us, and probably will be less in the room. Who thinks that AI will replace us? Can raise his hand or her hand. Oh, we have few enthusiasts in the room. Well, I have some good news for you. AI will not replace us, but someone who knows how to use AI agents will take your job. So, it's up to you to choose if you want to move in that direction. Now, as we are thinking about organization in the future, again, I want you to project yourself in 2030. In companies where we'll have AI agents collaborating with humans, humans collaborating with humans, and AI agents, of course, orchestrating a lot of work, while humans has still to be the key pillar of the transformation at organizational level. Now, as we are getting into this era, I really want to simplify how you could think about how your job will evolve. And for that, I took an example from the talent space. So, the way we define jobs today is based on the title. Recruiter, L&D manager, VP of talent. Now, as we are moving into the AI era, the way we define jobs will shift toward skills and tasks. So in the example of a recruiter is in charge of defining the role, engaging with the candidates, scheduling the phone interviews, building the relationship with the hiring managers, defining the talent strategy, so on and so forth. So all of these are tasks and skills required to succeed in this job. Now, as AI agents, and AI will automate a lot of these tasks and skills, some of the skills that we know already will be reprioritized, and some will completely disappear. So, automated, to be very precise. Now, to understand which ones will be automated and which ones cannot be replaced, we have to look at this from a two-dimensional perspective. The difficulty of automation is one, and then the value-added human touch. And that's exactly why we will not be replaced by AI, because that dimension is super critical to succeed in the future workforce. Now, as we are classifying these clusters, some of the repetitive tasks that can be automated by agents, such as taking notes from an interview, sending the summaries to the hiring manager, assessing the candidates based on specific sets of criteria, scheduling even the interviews. All these tasks can be automated and don't require a lot of human added touch. Now, as we go up in the scale of value added human skills, that's what AI cannot replace and will never replace. Even though we are orchestrating a lot of intelligence, we still need empathy, persuasion, critical thinking, strategic thinking to succeed as a recruiter. So whatever I'm showing you today, you can also think of it in your own roles and own jobs to see what AI agents can really help you streamline it at work, how you can integrate them into your work, and which skills will be required from you in the future to succeed in the AI era. Now, as all of these AI agents are coming to play, recruiters will have more free time. They'll ask me what will they do with this free time. Well, they can take a coffee for sure, but more importantly, they can focus on the human side of their work. So it is maybe a paradox to say that AI agents are automating a lot of tasks and skills in the most human-centric function of the organization, but this is the reality. Today, you will have a lot of agentic solutions helping in the sourcing of candidates, screening all the database of CVs, reaching out to candidates, even doing the interviews, the assessments, orchestrating a lot of tasks. And we're going to see today some of the examples that have been released by LinkedIn so that you can envision and imagine how this field is evolving. But at the same time, imagine all of us in the room writing our CVs and LinkedIn profiles with AI. I'm sure some of you are doing that. If you're doing that, can you raise your hand? Oh, like that. So, you're going to send the perfect CV, and I'm glad you do. The CV that will portray exactly the perfect skills for the job. I'm glad you're going to do it. Now, on the other side, Recruiters will have agentic solutions. They will have agents, I'm going to show you later, that can analyze the CV, get the skills, compare this qualification required for the job with the skills that you have mentioned on your CV. And you'll ask me, are AI agents hiring AI CVs? Well, I hope not. And that's why it's all going to be about the humans. So recruiters, and definitely you in your own jobs, will be required to be more critical thinkers. But before reaching the critical thinking, you need to know how to prompt. Because you need to write and converse with the agents in the way that help you get the best results. So prompting, analyzing, fine-tuning the results of the AI agents, understanding is that candidate a good fit for the organization. You will also need to assess the cultural fits, have strategic conversations with the hiring managers, and all of that to ensure that the hiring process is fair, transparent, inclusive, responsible. Think about it. We are still humans hiring humans. We're not agents hiring agents. So it's all about the human touch at the end. And as I'm thinking about that, I like this quote. So in the past, our jobs were all about the muscles. Now, they are all about the brains. But as we are creating more brains that mimic us, in the future it will all be about the heart. So, soft skills. So, critical thinking, empathy, making sure you're really understanding what the agent is proposing you, whether it's a candidate, whether it's a financial advice, whatever you're using the AI for, making sure that this result goes through a framework where you ensure it's fair, inclusive, transparent, it's matching the values you're bringing to the organization. Now, I still want to walk you through some of the challenges we have seen globally when it comes to AI agents adoption in the HR space. And I'm sure it can speak to all of you in your jobs and your organizations. But what we have seen as concerns, which is a fair concern, is some of the recruiters think there are privacy issues. There are uncertainty about the results. Is it accurate? Is it giving me the right candidates? And why? There are, of course, a lot of legal and compliance matters that arises with that. And I think the one that I want to touch upon is the uncertainty about how to use the tools. And I think that's what I want you to reflect about what skills you need to succeed in that area. Knowing how to prompt, knowing how to use that agent, knowing to understand the limits of the agents, knowing also that the agents will not take decisions on your behalf. And as you're getting a proposed candidate, in my example, you are the one taking that decision. The AI agent is only a copilot. It will never replace decisions taken by humans. Even if it goes to the most extreme level of automation, we still need humans to take that final decision. And that's why I'm thinking about it as a change journey. I don't know if some of you know Prozai, but they speak about 5 stages in the change management journey. First of it is awareness. So understanding really what the change is about. New AI agents embedded in the process, new ways of working, new ways of collaborating, new ways of selecting candidates. Then desire, understanding what it is for you. So in the case of recruiters, I'm going to walk you through some of the agentic solutions. Some of the roles where they have used the AI agents have seen a saving of 4 hours per role, which free the time of recruiters to go and do lots of value-added work, such as making a strategic conversation with the hiring manager to ensure that the candidate is well qualified. Then we go to knowledge, and that's key. So knowing the limits of the AI agents, understanding how to prompt it, understanding that the results have to be fine-tuned and not taken for granted. And then we reach the ability, and that's where you need to practice. So my call for you is go to practice every day. Any AI agents you have between your hands, and if you don't have it already, just go and create an account in all the existing platforms, and make sure you are practicing, understanding how the result works, understanding what is the thinking process behind the AI agents before we reach the reinforcements. And that's where we will all embed these processes in our flow of work. Oh, I also like this one. I think that's when we think about business, AI transformation. At the end of the day, it's a business transformation. So we talk for days and weeks about the algorithms, LLMs. Is the agent going to give me that prompt? Do I need that other prompt? Who's going to give me the prompt? But then the reality is algorithm and technology are only 30% of that transformation. 70% will always be about the processes, the people, and the organization. So making sure that the vision has clearly been shared across the organization, connecting that with business outcomes, connecting that to a lot of the benefits, what's needs for them, of course, us, the employees, and making sure that is landing well with everyone. So now I want to walk you through some of the agentic innovations that are happening in the HR space to make things more concrete for you. We're going to talk first about Liha, the LinkedIn hiring assistant, which is the first agentic solution for recruiters that's helped them source talent, find the candidates, build a strategy, understanding the hiring requirements, and even reach out to candidates. Now, we have launched that solution a few months ago. More than 500 organizations have already used it. And what we have seen is 4 hours saved per role, the reduction of the number of profiles that the recruiter has to go through by more than 60%. But the AI agent is proposing candidates, and then the recruiter will fine-tune, assess the cultural fit, and of course, take that hiring decision. Now I want to show you a quick demo.
You can access Hiring Assistant directly in LinkedIn Recruiter and Jobs. To get started, simply describe the role or your ideal candidate. You can also add a link to your job or copy and paste your job description. Based on your hiring goals, Hiring Assistant instantly drafts a set of required and preferred qualifications unique to your role. From here, you can chat with Hiring Assistant to fine-tune your hiring goals. For example, you can ask Hiring Assistant to look for profiles similar to high-performing members of the team, like Samantha, or double down on some of your non-negotiables, like 5 to 10 years of experience. Hiring Assistant will update your hiring requirements based on your conversation. You can also make direct edits to the requirements to better meet your needs. Now that everything looks good, let's approve the role details. Based on your criteria, Hiring Assistant will instantly surface candidate profiles to help calibrate your search. If a candidate's a good fit, Hiring Assistant saves them to your pipeline for outreach and uses them to inform its sourcing strategy. If her profile isn't quite a fit, it asks for feedback to refine its approach. The more specific your feedback, the better the results. This process helps Hiring Assistant learn more about what you're looking for in a top candidate. When you feel confident it's on the right track, you can ask Hiring Assistant to start sourcing for your role.
Thank you. I hope you start understanding how agentic solutions are coming fast also in the HR space. And now let's talk about hiring, about learning. So again, we will need to reskill and upskill ourselves on a shorter period of time, because just every technical skill will expire. So technically we have to continue upskilling ourselves, and that's why lots of innovations are coming into the space for the LinkedIn learning part. So some of it will be about helping the L&D managers create a learning path for all of us using AI. So just by giving a job to the AI, it will propose a learning path needed for you to reach your goal. What is your next play or the next role that you want to take in that organization? And then, as the learners, we will have access to solutions such as the AI coach. An AI coach, as the name talks about it, it's a coach that will understand your goals and that will propose a lot of learning content for you from LinkedIn Learning. So again, I'll show you a video to portray and visualize all of that. And the video will talk about the role plays. So we all have maybe experimented ChatGPT or other solutions where you get a live conversation with the agents, and that helps you, of course, improve on specific skill. We have developed the same on LinkedIn Learning. So let's have a look at the video.
Human skills are essential to your career success. But providing effective training on these skills is no easy task, especially at scale. LinkedIn Learning's Roleplay with AI-powered coaching gives employees the chance to practice high-stakes conversations and build their confidence. We partner with subject matter experts to create roleplay scenarios around delivering feedback, performance reviews, navigating sales and customer service conversations, and more. All LinkedIn Learning Hub users can create new roleplay scenarios to support organizational priorities, either for their own personal practice or to share with other people at their organization. Just click on AI Roleplay in the left rail and describe the roleplay scenario you want to create. Let's say you're an admin and you want to help your employees practice how to deliver feedback to a colleague. AI Roleplay will do the heavy lifting of generating all the scenario details, including the goals, personality of the AI, and more. But you can always edit these fields to better fit your needs. In this scenario, let's edit the evaluation criteria to reflect a popular framework for delivering feedback: the situation, behavior, impact, or SBI model. You can test the role play a few times, make any additional edits, and when you're happy with it, share a link directly to learners, or embed into training assets. After learning about the role play scenario details like what the goals are and who they'll be speaking to, employees can just click start.
Hi Roger, what feedback do you have for me?
Hi Sam, thanks for your time. I feel like you haven't been speaking up much in our kickoff calls, even though I know you have so many great insights. Why is that?
Thanks for bringing this up, Roger. I appreciate the feedback. I guess I've been a bit hesitant to speak up because I'm not always sure if my ideas are fully formed or if they align with the team's direction.
Your input is always valuable, Sam. You put in so many great insights into the briefing docs, but unfortunately, most people don't have time to read the docs beforehand. I think we should start each of these meetings with you voicing over these insights.
I understand, Roger. I didn't realize that not everyone had a chance to read the briefing docs. I'm definitely willing to change and contribute more during the meetings. Do you have any specific suggestions on how I can start doing that more effectively?
After engaging with the roleplay feature, employees can end the session and receive feedback on their strengths, areas of improvement, as well as tactical suggestions and relevant content taught by industry experts. With AI Roleplay, you can tailor scenarios to your organization's unique needs.
So, one last word for today. We are running out of time. If now we know that more than 70% of the skills will change in the future, what I want you to live with is making sure that critical thinking, creativity, empathy, adaptability will still be some of the core skills you're going to keep with you in that future AI era. Thank you.
Thank you.